What's up, Lori? Um, so today we have a couple of stocks up. ETON, $3.35, up 28% since the close from yesterday. ACHR, a little bit higher float looks like, but it's up 18%. TSAT, up 36%, $11.58. Good morning, Donnell. Let's see, anything else interesting? There's some low floats out here moving. IDAI was getting a little bit of volume and was up a little bit more than this earlier, but has since came down and now only up 9%. So I'm going to focus in on the ones that have moved that are low floats. TSAT and maybe ETON, they're a little bit lower floats look like. Let's go ahead and pop over and look at those. ETON. ETON float is not there. Let's check somewhere else. Says the float is about 22.17 million.
TRA equals bankruptcy stock.
PTRA equals bankruptcy stock. Let me see, where is that one? Let's see, ETON Pharmaceuticals float. Yeah, about 22 million on this too. ETON. Automatic shelf registration, but that's from 2021, so that's a while back. Yep, it's the same across the board on ETON, about 22 million in that float. The other low float one was TSAT. That's up, getting some volume right now. Get that real quick, and then we'll flip over to PTRA. What was that type? Oh yeah, TSAT. Float again, not there. All right. Telsat has a float of 12.33 million according to Finviz. Yep, 11. So about 11 to 12 in the float. 11 to 12 million. With no shelf registrations. Yep. Okay. Now let's flip over to Lori's call out, which was PTRA. Woo! Things up to 12 cents. Let's see. Float is 176 million. That's a really high float. Really high float. So that means with that thing being that cheap, that's gonna take so much volume just to try to move that thing. PRTA. But over here, wait a minute, did I type that right? PTRA, my bad. TRA. Okay. Float, yeah, super high float. 200 something in the float.
Eden is best news today.
Okay, let's jump back over here. So yeah, Eden is right now getting SBFM. Haven't seen that one. Let's go look at that one. Okay, Sunshine Pharma reports 2023 second quarter results. Revenues up 3,600%. So it closed yesterday at 52 cents and opening today at 61 cents. And let's go look at these floats. Speed. All right, float is 18.26 million. Yep, around 18.
We from yesterday might continue.
18. So yeah, it's pretty much 18 across the board on this one. SP. Does have a shelf registration from 3 months ago. Then it had a shelf registration last year as well. Did it ever do like a reverse split or something, or some kind of offering? Let's look. Make sure I flip this over here. SBFM gross revenue, private placement at the market, any kind of offerings. Did not ever do one of those. Okay. Anyway, we're gonna see. And you said WE from yesterday might continue. Let's look at WE. WE. Looking at the daily chart, what happened yesterday on this one? This is the 11th, so yesterday was the 10th. Disney hike streaming. WeWork bonds crater. This is not good news. WeWork bonds crater as investors shift into sell mode. Ongoing concern and warning. I don't know. That doesn't look like good news right there. Their bonds are going down. Correction taps directors with bankruptcy chops article. Yeah, there's a lot of bad stuff going on over there. Maybe I don't really know why this one would be going up, but it's 21 cents going up on bankruptcy and all kinds of articles circulating on it. I don't know. Does not seem like something that would be going up, but hey, maybe it'll surprise us. How much volume does it have right now? It has 23 million. But 23 million is like nothing with this, with the amount of with the price that it has. 23 million is like people rotate freaking 10 million shares of this so easy with one buy. A lot of orders to be filled there. I saw this ACHR this morning as well. So what they're trying to do, they had a, let me bring up their catalyst here. ACHR.
Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe if you enjoy the content and want to see more.
They have a flying taxi company, Archer Aviation, hopes to start commercialization by 2025. Now, their aircraft is, it kind of works like a helicopter where it can just go straight up and straight down and not have to take off. but they have partnered with Boeing. They have partnered with a couple right here, Whisk Arrow, Boeing, and a couple other ones have reached settlements or whatnot on their product model, because apparently they had a couple of uh, what do you call them, patent infringements, or is that the right word? Where you have something that's close to somebody else's model or whatnot, something like that, but they've reached a bunch of settlements, and they actually got this big old investment here, $215 million investment. So I was actually looking at this one for more as a swing trade, and I'm adding that one to my swing watch list for later. It is a higher float, but as a swing, I really don't care. Uh, I kind of like it for the future to see where it wants to go in aviation, especially with that big old investment into it. But I'll continue to research and kind of see where that goes. But definitely one that just popped up, but probably not going to be a trader for today. Not probably going to get the range and all of that we see in the low floats. So definitely not looking for that there. TSAT is the one that I think can get the biggest range today. If we look at the daily chart for TSAT, where'd you go? We can see that the price range right now is at 1168. So it's above. It closed yesterday at 845 and it's now up to 1160s up here somewhere, right? And it had a previous little rooftop looking here at the $10. So, and I'll extend this to the left. So we can see that this was a previous bottom that was tested and then got tested twice as a resistance, and now it's way above it. So I'm wondering, what would a $10 touch look like for this thing? If we look over here on Street Smart Edge, $10 is right here. Support, $10 touch right there. So my question is, what would a bounce off $10 look like? So I'm definitely going to be watching that one. It's up 38%. But if it goes all the way down here, it'd probably be up like maybe 20% or something like that. So it may not be the best looking. And if it becomes not the best looking, then I will leave it alone. Of course, we got a whole day to trade, so anything could pop up. But right now, just eyeing the things that have the most potential, I guess, for range and volume. But TSAT only has 2 million shares, and it is taking its time over here with the volume just not really pouring in like we usually see on Friday. IDAI. And it's pulling back up to 12 now on TSAT. I think it's gonna be the one to give the moves today. It's looking real nice. It's come down to this level 10, 11, whatever. Yeah, it's looking real good, but we'll see. We have about 15 minutes to the bell. It also has a bottom around the $11, so we'll see what a test of the 11 does, unless it wants to go up now. Stopped here, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 15-minute candles where it could not pass this 11. Then if we look on the hour chart, we can see which way was winning in these 15-minute candles, right? Because it's getting bought back up to indecision. A lot of buying pressure from the 1120s up here back to the 12. So a dollar range of buying pressure there back up to this level. And we'll see how 12s eventually start to hold. Right back down off those 12s. And this was the previous level of indecision. Looks like here, this 1183, this is a very tight indecision level. Which way will it go from here? I'm just looking at the bodies of these candles now. And the top for a little bit of resistance up here. 1225s looks like that is. Very tight range coming into the open. I took a small trade yesterday on EDBL. Um, if we look on TOS, let me show y'all why I took it. So if we look on TOS out here, I was looking at this 160 mark as a point of entry, and that's pretty much where I bought it. I started buying it at the 160. It was a previous support level and it was a previous resistance level. So it had been tested on both sides. And so when it hit the 160, I was like, yeah, I'm getting in here. So I got in there like 3,000 shares and I wanted to see it go and kind of get back out of here. If we look over here on Street Smart Edge, I was buying right at this level right here is where my average came out to be about 165 with I took 3,000 shares right there and it got up to this 175, which was 10 cents, and I just continued to move my stop up just in case it wanted to come down. And eventually it did come down instead of going up, but at that point I had my stop loss moved up and moved up and moved up, so I took a little bit of gain on that one, but I was really looking for it to continue. I think if it was a higher price stock, it might have did a little bit better, but whatever. I just took a small, I mean, it was basically like a scalp with that stop. But
IDAI has
yeah.
great news.
IDAI only up 10%. Let's see what news it's got here. So Trust Stamp receives notice of new patent issuance for AI-powered tokenization technology from, what's the rest of that? Where's the rest? From the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office. Okay, got you. So what is tokenization? That sounds like blockchain, doesn't it? So I'm wondering, what are they going to use their tokenization for? Is it going to be what? Let's look in here and see what they're going to tokenize. Why? What are they? What's going to be the plan for this tokenization? Because that's basically what blockchain does. It tokenizes things and rewards people for holding or using its tokens. Okay, announces notice of alliance, artificial intelligent biometric. That was a couple months ago. Okay, pricing, ownership validation of cryptographic asset contracts using irreversibly transformed identity tokens. That's crypto. That's what crypto does. Ownership validation of cryptographic assets contracts using irreversibly transformed identity tokens. That's an NFT. That is an NFT. You that's what that is. Okay. So basically they're redoing what crypto's been doing. So we'll see how that goes. And crypto is already AI powered, so we'll definitely have to see. But this has a patent from the US. So it has a centralized, or it has certification from a centralized government and or whatever you want to call it. So will people be interested in centralization, government control, and all of that? I don't know. But yeah, that's a crypto right there. That's all. They're literally taking the crypto, everything that crypto does, and put it in something that's certified by the U.S. Or not really even certified by the U.S., but has received a U.S. patent for the idea. All right, Eton coming on down. I'm thinking TSAT is gonna be the one that's going to at the open. It's gonna be the one to get the most active. The top up here was 1660. Eton IDAI. So haven't really seen any of those huge movers with a lot of range this morning yet. Um, just keep my eyes out, you know. SPY definitely took a little move down back to the 445s on these past couple of days, kind of just consolidating and then moving back to the 445 level. TSAT, I'm telling you, this one is looking real weird here coming into the open. 6 minutes left, is holding this little consolidate. Well, looking like it wants to push a little bit out of this consolidation. This range is so tight here from the 1178 up to the 12s. I mean, it's like 25 cents of war zone. We look on the hour chart, we can see this thing pushing up. 1226 right now. Five minutes until the open. Hitting the 12, almost got the 1250s up there. It is not on the top volume movers anymore. Lost out. Microsoft kicked it off the list. We'll see if we see anything else that makes sense. Right now, this is what my scans are looking like for low floats. I see IDAI up there at the top with 1 million shares traded. We'll have to see that relative volume calculated. That relative volume, we usually look for well, TSAAT, yeah, took a little blast off out of this level. 1233s up to the 1280s. 5 minutes until the open. Pushing up to the 13s. Yep. So very, very bullish moves here coming into the open. My question is, how will this previously broken level hold up of the 1225 into the open? Starting to get more and more volume, up 50% now as well. Almost 3 million shares traded. It may take its spot back on the top volume movers. I think it is going to. Looks like, yeah. Immediate volume just rushing in on that breakout. So I'm looking for that 1225 test and see if it's going to come down here and test the 1117s or the 10s. What does it want to do? Three minutes until the bell. Eton had this little gap up from 307, but will it be able to compete with TSAT with this range? Remember, we look for range and volume, and TSAT's definitely got the range, and the volume seems to be pouring in more and more coming into the open. So the previous tops of these candles, the bodies here is the 1403. Possible resistance at the bodies of these, or it might just rip straight through. We'll see. And then the next one is the 1654. But with this range, I'm thinking it can definitely provide some opportunity here today. One, two, three. All right, there's the open. I'm looking for this thing to come back down and test these levels, especially this 1225 level was the level that I was looking at earlier, to see what kind of action it gets there. See what kind of confidence is above this thing. Then under the 1225, we got levels at 1179, 10, 13, then all the way down here to $10. Wait, is this 1013? $11. 11.80s, $11, and then $10. So coming red on the day, coming back, going towards that 12.25 early. Let's see if it can go ahead and break that down. TSAT did come back up on the top volume movers. I like it. Making its way back up. Coming into these levels that we were watching. This is the first level that's getting tested in the first couple of minutes at 12. And I want to see 12 break. I really do. We'll see though. Then the next level is at the 1109s. And the faster it comes down, you know, it has a good chance of having a rebound or retracement, just like in physics. Now, does that mean that it's going to do that every time? No. It could come down fast and just, you know, not do anything else. But popping back up to the 1225s again, over the 1225s, 1250s there at that first level that we're watching there. I want to see it come on down, though. We'll see. Will it be able to come on down? Or does it want to get back straight up to the 13s? IDAI. Oh, no, that thing's going. Next level was the 14s up here. Yeah. So it only tested one level. And is it going into a halt here? No. Only tested one of these levels and then straight back up. Coming up to this 14 level, which I was thinking would be resistance. We'll see though if it'll power through. Okay, okay. Trapping some souls here. I see you. Giving a little pull back to the 13s. IDAI got punched in the mouth a little bit. Going on down there. Only up 4% now. Trash. I'm going to focus on what's moving up. This one's getting up here to this next resistance level. $14. That's not only a whole dollar resistance level, but it's been to this level before in touch. So we'll see what it wants to do through the 14. Didn't quite break it. Let me see. The high on that one was 1389. So did face a little bit of resistance in that level. Let's look on the daily chart for this thing. TSAT. All right, so TOS, let's look at this daily chart. So the daily chart, it came down to this level that we had put out here earlier or whatnot. It came up to this previous level, 1387. So that's even more reason for this to be resistance at this 13 here. I did not see that earlier. I didn't really think it could get up there all the way, but definitely popped up there and is pushing. Wait, let me zoom in on that so y'all can see it a little bit better. Yeah. So 1389 up there and back into what looks like indecision. We'll see how it holds these levels. But yeah, back to the 10 will be just too much right now. That will be a lot of pullback. So I don't know if I don't think the 10 is going to be a viable area to wait for. But this area right here, you extend this to the left. What it came down to, oops. What it came down to at the 1175 down here, or the $12 could be a spot. But, you know, it's got to do some trading. I think 12 is that whole dollar level 12. We'll see how that holds. If it just starts to dump through 12 and dump on down to 10, it's just too much. But if it does it really fast, maybe we'll get some kind of bounce, small bounce of recovery. Right now, we hit that level of resistance, and we're coming back to the 1225 again. This is kind of why I kind of wait the first little bit of the market open to see how it tests these levels. Yes, it could look good in the first couple of minutes. You know, there's some opportunity, but what is it really going to give us? What levels is it really going to respect? It's only been the first 5 minutes of the market, and we're already back to 1225. So let's see if we can push down through it. At this point, I mean, you can kind of start to see some type of trend here, which we can kind of notice. But this is from the pre-market coming down. So we'll have to kind of be careful because this is with pre-market data, which could be totally wrong. Then we got this 840 level. And we need some kind of drop so we can see where a bottom trend is, because it's not really visible right now. But if everyone else is doing this, and they're saying, oh man, look at this trend, I hope it doesn't drop. How many people are going to consider this trend factual and make this thing reject away from the trend is the question. Can this thing hold up and break out of this trend and prove everybody wrong? But it's just not enough time to do an actual intraday trend just yet. Need some more candles. Getting a little poppy there, okay. Let's see if anything else is popping up here. Nope, IDAI still suffering. I was going to check out ACHR another day. That might be a swing trade for the future. ETON came down to the 316s. Now this one is coming into a previous gap level here at the 308s. Let's actually look at TOS on this one and see what's going on ETON. Only up 20%. If we look at the daily chart, we can see that it had a couple touches at 250. Man, that wind is blowing outside. Sounds like a wolf howling. So previous consolidation level here. Let's extend this to the left. So right at the $3 level was some type of consolidation. I don't know how easy this one will be to get picked back up. It did have a 350 level that's been tested a couple of times there. Keep an eye on it. Only up 22%. TSAT is still struggling with that 225-ish level. ETON still has more volume than TSAT, which is very interesting. TSAT breaking down that 1225 level. So it does not look like it's going to be proving anybody wrong popping back through this trend just yet. Still up 45% though. If TSAT can get more volume than E-ton, I'll probably just focus on TSAT. Continues to bounce above this 12.25. They do not want that to give up. E-ton breaking down some more under the 320s, going on towards this $3 level. I just don't know if it's going to be able to keep up with the TSAT here. Way more range over here. Dangerous range. Like at times we're seeing what 30, 20, 30 cent gaps between the bid and the ask. Yeah, E-ton's just not looking as attractive. Let's see who's popping up here. No, those are super low volume. What in the world? Wait a minute. Scan low floats.
Everything, chop chop.
Yeah, definitely. Shares. Mark. I do see a couple, let's see what these are here. So on TOS, I got a couple that popped up that are rising above the 20 percentile or whatnot. MPTI gapped up here. Ooh, this daily chart kind of looks kind of choppy. But MTPI closed at 11, opened up at 14.10. They're up 24%, but very low volume right now. MTPI. I'm gonna check out what that actually is. TISI is another one, low volume, but it's up 18%. TISI. MPTI and SMLR up 21%, but it's $28. Gapped up here as well. Specific or similar scientific uptick in producer price inflation weighs on sentiment. We'll see what this thing is. We'll look into all these. SMLR. Okay. We're gonna continue to allow TSAT to struggle and go and look into these. This one's already down 11%, so it just snapped down there. Let's look at SMLR. SMLR.
IDAI.
IDAI. Oh, we talked about IDAI. So reliable. Read IA or IDAI's catalyst. We looked at this. Tell me what you think about it. Just tell me what you think about it. Read his catalyst and what their patent is for. Tell me what you think about it. What was looking at? SMLR. Okay. So the float on this one is 4.47 million in the float. They are focused into medical devices, healthcare system out of California in the United States. Similar Scientific provides technology solutions to improve the clinical effectiveness and efficiency of healthcare providers in the US.
I don't have time at this second. I will though.
The company's products include QuantaFlow, a 4-minute in-office blood flow test that enables healthcare providers to use blood flow measurements as part of their examinations of patients' vascular condition. It also offers Insulin Insights, a software program that is used by a healthcare provider to optimize outpatient insulin dosing. The company's products serve cardiologists, internists, Nephrologist. That's the liver. I'm tripping. Endocrinologist. And I'm just gonna stop saying these. Forget it. They serve a lot of health professionals. Integrated delivery networks, independent physician groups, blah blah blah, such as risk assessment groups. Okay, so they're into insulin, and they're into um
I
blood
live stream
blood.
Monday,
Okay.
Wed, Friday from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. CST.
So let's look at their daily chart over here on TOS. SMLR, when we last looked, it was at 28. It popped up here to close to 30. So it is moving like a low float just on low volume. So if it can get a little bit more volume, I can keep an eye on it. TISI is also doing the same type popping movement, popping towards. And let's look at some levels here. SMLR. So previously, where's the consolidation? So we had consolidation here at like around right under the $30 level ish. Where's the next consolidation? Long consolidation. Not really visible, but we can mark up a top looking here at 45. So we'll see what it wants to do and play in this range. But it looks like it does have a couple of drop-offs. Once it gets up here, it does have potential to gap down or just fall. So I'll be very careful on that one, especially with the low volume and the low relative volume as well. TISI doing its thing. Let's see, where is, and a lot of times when I'm looking for levels, I'm looking for long consolidations because they are just a little bit more powerful than those short little consolidations. And especially in tops as well. So tops 14 there. We had a gap here. Not too worried about that gap. It was filled there. And then it came up to this top of 1032 that it hit back here as well. So let's extend this to the left. We can see this has been a touch point multiple times at this 10-ish level. But again, low relative volume. MPTI does not look like, what is this? 2010 came down. It just kind of looks choppy. I don't know about MPTI, but I don't think anybody's too interested in it. Only has 10,000 shares in there, but we'll keep an eye on all these and see what they want to do. E-ton popping back up just a little bit. IDAI, let's see where it ended up going. IDAI with a little bit of a pop back up. But just not there yet. TSAT still struggling here under this level.
RGTI.
Lori said RGTI. Roscoe, what's up? What's up? RGTI as well. Up 42%. Let's go and see what it's doing out here. Is it a low float? RGTI. Up $2.34. They got a new price target. Okay. Looking at the daily chart here. So we can see that it closed yesterday at 176 and it's pushing up. Not really a true gapper, but you know, got a little movement. Didn't exactly yeah, it's been a while, man. We've been out here in the sweatshop looking over these markets, trying not to get our shoes and shoelaces taken and wrapped around our neck. But yeah, RGTI playing in what looks like a small gap here for a gap fill at 220-ish level. But yeah, this is a nice little candle. Let's look into this. What is this little company? I haven't seen this one all morning. It has 10 million shares traded, so it should definitely be up here. It should definitely be up here. But yeah, had a nice little consolidation here and just exploded intraday from $1.90 up here to the 235s. Yeah, so I actually was streaming on YouTube and Twitch, but I actually switched over to Kick, so I'm streaming on YouTube and Kick now. So I think my Kick is in the link in the description or whatnot if you prefer Kick as a outlet. But yeah, Twitch was okay, but Kick is got a better deal. Okay, 231 coming down. So the high here was 240s. And like I said, this one wasn't a gapper, but it's so strong to the upside, up 20% out of the open. IDAI trying to get back up. E-Ton pulling back up as well. TSAT again in the struggle bus. Both TSAT and RGTI up around 40%. Very obvious stocks there based on their gainers, percent gain. IDAI pulling all the way back into some indecision on this candle. Right back up to the top. Still on very low volume. MPTI had a big old gap up to 14 and now got bought up twice off this 1325, but very low volume. SMLR. Does anything want to continue to play? TSAT is just having a real problem at this 225. They really do not want that to break. That would be a mental crush for that 1225 to just break down. But I'm waiting for it to break down, looking for these levels. And at this point, with the way that it's curling up to go down, I don't know if I would be a buyer here at 1175 or at 1113. I want to see what it's got in momentum to try to get below these levels, in this level down here, maybe under $11 possibly. But RGT taking the rest of the swing on the morning, up 30% straight up in the air, flying right now. Absolutely flying. Did anybody get into RGT early? I need to see what would be the reasoning for this thing to be just taking off like this. What's this RGT? RGTI profile. So it's computer hardware out of Berkeley, California. Rigidity Computing. I don't even think I said that right. Whatever. Looks Italian. Yeah, I definitely said that wrong. Through its subsidiaries, builds quantum computers. Ooh, quantum computers. And the superconducting quantum computer or quantum processors. Its quantum computing as a service platform can be integrated into any public-private hybrid cloud. Very interesting. The company offers product types of platform research and software tools. Okay, so this is definitely going on the swing trade. Yeah. So this is, what is this called? RGTI. That's definitely going on swing trade. I like quantum computing. Smells nice. All right, so we look back here on the daily chart. Let's see. So it had previous bottoms, $1 something. I want to see what it does in this gap, but I really like this stock based on the catalyst and what it actually does for the future. So I'm definitely going to continue watching this one and try to grab some at another time. But it is definitely outperforming everything on today. This range is huge, man. This thing went from 13.98 all the way up here to 13 or 14.30s on that small little volume. TSAT just waiting to dive. Yeah, as long as RGTI is the strongest one on the day, I'm not too worried about anything else trying to compete with it. But I am very interested in the future of RGTI. I'll look into it and kind of see what's up. I want to do some like maybe some individual breakdown videos on those when I do the research on those for like swing plays and into the future. But I just gotta find some time, man. Might have to do those on the weekend. Like get a couple during the week that are going up like this that we may have missed the initial move on, but have the catalyst to continue higher, and that we can kind of buy in some actual dips, some daily dips, rather than intraday dips. Okay, TSAT kind of going flat. I don't know if it's going to be able to compete with RGTI. Up 29% on the day. I'm just scared to trade TSAT with this thing ripping like this. 16 million shares on the board and moving on up the top volume mover list very rapidly. So this is what my scans are looking like right now in my top volume movers. You can see RGTI just sticking out over everybody. And then in the low flows, we got SM, LR still in there, and MPTI. And then in the top gainers, we got TSAT. So, yeah. Pretty much narrowing everything down. Let's see if we got anything in the untouchables. Nope, nothing in the untouchables. But yeah, I have been taking a lot more swing trades. They're kind of hard to record or take a video on because I'm holding them for so long. Like I talk about them like INDO or any other things, AT&T or the other plays that I got. I talk about them, but it's just like I just see it. I'm like, oh, that's down a little bit more. Buy a little bit, going about my business, building a position in some of these bad boys. SMLR, big old pullback. Yeah, I'm gonna need y'all to have a little bit more volume, man. Y'all tripping. I don't like that. If you're gonna come up here, at least have something to say.
Didn't want you to forget about me in case you became a millionaire yet. Smiling face with smiling eyes.
Oh man. Well, eventually especially with the portfolios that I got built out, they're so beautiful. They're just working, man. And so when I'm trading and doing all this, they allow me more and more time as I continue to invest. And I've made dividend stocks a big part of my portfolio. So, I am widely invested now. So I'm just out here just chilling. If I see opportunity for a day trade, I take it. If I see something that's obvious that's sticking out, I'll take it. But I'm just chilling, looking at the markets, especially identifying things to swing trade. Especially when they look like everybody's forgotten about them. I'm gonna get some. I'm gonna get some in my portfolio. IDAI has come back up here and looks like it's trying to get back up, but can it compete with this thing that's up 50% with 28% gain on the day? I don't think so. IDAI finding some resistance back in this previous consolidation of the 280s. Plus, I'm still working, so all the revenue is just adding up, getting more clientele, just moving, baby. And then eventually I want to open up another business type or either just expand on what I already got. I don't know. I don't know what I want to do. So much opportunity out here in these streets. IDAI, and so it's kind of poppy. It had popped right back down and then right back up. So starting to form some wicks on IDAI. Only 4 million shares traded. The SPY actually came down here and hit this 440, right under the 444s,
Awesome.
and popped back up.
Go, Hal.
RGTI pulling back to VWAP. So I'm guessing people are gonna buy it at VWAP. So what is this range looking like as it slows down? What is a consolidation gonna look like? This thing moved from 187 up here to 220s. This next one was from 218 up here to the 255s, and now we're seeing a 234 up to 250. So about a 20 cent. So the range is closing down a little bit, which is okay with me. It can come on down, baby. So my main focus coming into the end of the year has been oil. I picked up so much oil stock, oil ETFs, oil everything, and energy in general, natural gas, focusing on energy basically, not just oil, but energy in general. Looking for that winter time pop. Yeah, so I am really just not in love with TSAT anymore. I will definitely keep RGTI on watch for future swing trades, and I may just start doing like swing trade videos. Just get some from the week and just do it on Friday, or not Fridays, on Saturdays, and just post it out like that. But I'm gonna have to see what I can do with the time that I have, because right now I try to use every single minute efficiently. That's one thing that trading did teach me. You know, every move or every decision that you make can lead you in one or two ways, good or bad, you know. And some good decisions, you know, take a lot of time and take a lot of dedication. And then, you know, the bad ones, they can ruin all of that in like a snap of a
Check out our
finger.
Discord. No
So
paywall.
I just try
Free
to
to
take
join.
the best ones for me,
https://discord.gg/8b2fjutwpe.
and then you know, allow those good decisions to reimburse me for any bad ones that I make in the market. Like if I take a little loss, no skin off my back. We just keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? Um, and I want to get to where, you know, it's like I have the freedom to just, what's the word, or words, the freedom to just or the option to just live out however I want, you know? I mean, I can kind of do that now if I just really just chill and stop working, but at this point, just doesn't seem that I'm at that point right now where I can just want to just chill. All right, TSAT still back to that 12 whatever. So as far as today, RGTI is my favorite on the day. We'll see what it does. Hopefully it doesn't go too far today, doesn't run too far, because I would like to get some while it's down here at what, $2. But I would like a proper dip. I don't want this thing to fall down on me too much. Maybe we'll see a retest down here of the 2. If it just crashes through the 2 though, I'll be like, I don't know. I might still pick some up, but it'll be smaller positions. Just to play it into the future. But yeah, I'm definitely interested.
Hal trying to retire already at 24.
24?
LOL.
24? Man, I'm old, bro. I'm a granddad, bro. What you mean? 24? Man, this man. I'm old as dirt, bro. Sometimes people, they be like, man, what do you do to stay young? I'd be like, bro, I be staying away from stress. Stress will kill you. All right, IDAI did pop back up there to the 3s, only up 14%. Still on that low volume.
So wise.
I'm going to get rid of these. I don't really like these anymore. They're just not doing what I thought they would be doing. Oh, but for the rest of the day, I'm going to go and manage some networks and see what the weekend holds. I got a couple of community events this weekend to go to and participate in, you know. Be out there trying to keep the community strong, try to influence somebody to do something right, you know. Hopefully they'll listen. But I'd rather be doing than not. So anyway, as far as today, I don't know if I'll see anything that I like on Friday. I'm just going to probably take it easy for today and come back on Monday morning.
Hal,
maybe this thing will
drop
to the floor and I'll be able to buy some low. But appreciate you guys for tuning in. It is 9 o'clock and I'm about to do some other stuff. Over the weekend. Anyway, as always, have a great weekend. If you're going to continue trading today, keep your head on a swivel. We are almost in the middle of August now, so maybe it'll get a little bit cooler. I don't know if y'all have been experiencing any kind of heat where y'all are, but we've been hitting like 110, 115, all of that. It's been crazy.
https://www.youtube.com/@reliablerudy9998/streams.
I don't know if Reliable is going to be streaming today. He might be. I don't know. He'll let you know, I guess. Also, we have a Discord link that's been put in there as well. So when he streams, he usually drops it in the Discord and all of that. But yeah, that's it for me today. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe if you enjoy the content and want to see more.